Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys doing good. Let's get into the day. Today is a big day, and a lot is on the stake, and I believe that inshallah boys will do what they do best. Unless something crazy happens, you know. Hi, bro, there's something about this input, bro. Make sure that I get this done. See that? All right. This should be playing, right?
Get ready for the next battle.
Let's see. Oh, no way.
I'm from Bosnia, take me to America.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes when you're in a window mode, you shouldn't be even touching the screen. Let's go. There we go. Bro, it's lagging. Why? And then my controller, which has problems. Playing after a while. Oh my god, this controller is gonna kill me. So it does have some misinputs, you know, like here and there. I really hope to fix it at some point. But basically, not getting enough time to just go around this. Oh, Wi-Fi. Okay, so now I can share the stream around.
I'm from Bosnia, take me to America.
So how's everyone doing, and what are your expectations from today? Would love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. So here's the title. This. There we go. Okay, now just need to grab. Wait, yes, we should be playing this. Okay, now I just need to grab my stream URL, and then we're done. Grab, wait, yes, we should be playing this. Okay, although I'm pretty loud, I think I need to get my mic slightly close to the mouth. Yeah, that should do. Okay, and now the URL. I'm kind of nervous from today. A lot is happening, you know, so one can say that anything can happen at this point. You know, the competition is really tough, and it's not gonna be for any side easy for any side to, you know, like be certain that okay, they will move from the phase 2, you know. And top 16, and of course, you know, now Arslan and Atif both have to, you know, fight the army of Korean Tekken. Some of the best Korean players are out there, and it's gonna be a tough one. So let me just grab my charger phone, and yeah, let's resume the stream. Okay. All right. So let me just quickly go and grab my charger. Okay. Just need to make sure my phone is charging. I think OSC is good. Even I can't hear myself. Just figured. I need to get some practice on the wall. Oh, yeah, we're just want to know what is. One. Two. यार 4 बार के साथ क्या खेले बंदा यार. Okay, so the other one is this. Walaikum Salam, Amir. How are you doing, man? That worked. Okay, so yeah, I mean, let me know, guys. I mean, I'm just as blank as you guys, so tell me more about what's gonna happen today, because you know, a lot is at the stake, and you know that the nature of the game is funny, right? So I really hope that, you know, boy do their work well, as they do, you know, usually. Of course, you know, everyone is going to give their best. अबे हली मेरी जान कैसा है यार? Good to see you, man. अबे तूने मुझे पहले क्यों नहीं बताया? Just getting a hang of it. I never get to practice this shit, bro. This is piece of cake once it's part of my muscle memory. That's it. And I'm a liverless guy, so you know that I'm never gonna drop that shit, right? Just joking. So, okay. क्या हो गया, bro? One jab is. बहुत ज़्यादा कंपटीशन है, बाकी अल्लाह खैर करे, बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है, इंशाल्लाह ये देखो, it's gonna take a while, ठीक है यार. First to do is basically is chaos, right? मैं कैसे बताता है? रिक्शा खराब था. What the heck? ये रिक्शे का क्या सीन है? आज क्या लगता है? Top it, भाई मैं तुम्हें बताऊं. Like I said, bro, I'm as blank as you guys are, to be honest. But I have sent both of them some messages. And I hope that they remember to do that. Because it's very important. आज क्या लगता है टॉप 8 में? भाई लिख लो, जो मैं बोलूं वो लिख लेना। एज, नी, मुझे एक दफा ग्रुप देखने दो, मैं अभी बताता हूँ। Let's talk on this while we're not getting the match. एक मिनट रुको। So here we go. So considering this. Okay, I'm just gonna place myself here. So first of all, let's come out of the soundtrack first. I'm very picky about my soundtracks. After school. Oh yes, perfect. Thank God suggestions में मिल गए. अच्छा. So I think from Group A we do have Edge, iMusician, and CBM and Chikarin. Okay, we've already seen that Chikarin does know how to play under pressure. You know, we've seen against his game. You know, against Arslan, and that was very shocking. Let me be very straightforward. And it happened at the Evo, and since then we're seeing that he's, you know, pretty much in a good nick. So as for CBM, I think he does have a Clive factor to it, so he's gonna be really unpredictable for now, because he does have Jin to back to, but Edge has beaten CBM many times, so Edge wouldn't be, you know, like feeling threatened in that regard. And let me also tell you why. Don't be shocked when you see someone like Edge does very good. Remember, Edge have been playing Horeng day 1, season 1, okay, and he hasn't been just playing offline. He's been grinding the game online as well, and he for a long time, like in the early part of the game, Edge actually stayed at the very up, you know, like he was the number 1 Horeng player in the online leaderboard, right? So the reason why I'm emphasizing on this, he does have, when you fight online, you get to have a little bit of, you get to have a lot of matchup knowledge, right? You're screwing over against certain players, and all of a sudden you're getting good because you just went back and, you know, looked at your replays, right? So the thing is, like, someone who I do admit I hate online, but in online does help, you know, prevail some matchup stuff. You know, it is what it is. Like, I have to freaking admit, no matter how much I hate online, right? So Edge knows how to beat Yoshimitsu. He knows how to beat Jin Kazama, because I've seen him how he beats Jin Kazama. If he need to beat Jin Kazama with Horeng, he doesn't even go in Flamingos, right? That's how he does it, right? So he has the ability to know counter plays. We already seen that. I have known this from season 1, but we've seen that against Atif, you know, the way he, you know, just Flamingo sidestepped that forward 3-1+2. That wasn't a joke, and I'm not kidding. Let me also break this secret to you guys that Horeng beats the crap out of Dragunovs, because that CD4, if a player does a CD4, that, you know, kick that have been nerfed, Horeng can literally just, you know, sway like this and step like this and launch that very 4 from Dragunov. So people don't know, bro, because people don't lab shit, right? Including myself. I do not have time to lab, but whatever I lab, I know what I'm talking about, right? So Edge definitely a strong contender in this group A. I think he'll be moving on, and Chikurin will be moving on. So CBM, like I said, he can have a Clive factor, but iMusician, unless he is, the problem is that it's a T1 T1 team kill, right? So maybe, iMusician wanna, rebel against Edge, and maybe, he takes it somehow, but I don't think it's happening. But the way I see it, I think Edge and Chikurin will be moving on to the final phase from Group A. So then we have Group B. Jonding, I don't think I need to say much about it. I really like this guy and I love his energy. It is the same Jonding who once beaten Atif, who once lost a grand final against Atif in TWT finals, and he was the first guy to actually, raise Atif's hand. So I have nothing against this guy. I love his energy. I have met that guy. He is a nice guy and I wish him all the very best of luck. But today he's gonna go up against the monster of all, Nee, right? So he's in his group. It will be interesting how they meet. Are they gonna meet like from the very first game, or are they gonna meet at the tiebreaker or something, or an elimination situation? You never know, right? So the way I see it, I think Pinya looks extremely sharp. I think Pinya is gonna be the wild horse, the way I see it. But Rangchu has played against Pinya, in Japanese tournaments quite a lot. So I can definitely assume that, maybe he's gonna do wonders, right? So I think Pinya is definitely out there, and maybe, Nee is gonna be really ruthless unless Jonding or Rangchu wins it for him. So that's how I see it, because Rangchu hasn't been really consistent. We saw him in a critical situation, and Jonding but definitely looks really strong. Maybe if Pinya doesn't qualify, then Jonding and Nee both will, right? So the way I see it, I don't see Rangchu, moving from here. So as for Ulsan, Kokoma and Kudans and Arslan, this is a tough one. It's very difficult for me to predict this, but I so want to see Kokoma out of this, right? Because there are already, 3 legends in there, man. Trust me, bro. Like, this is the group of death. Ulsan, Arslan, and Kudans and Kokoma. So the way I see it, unless Kudans actually want to historically prove something, maybe it's on his will, right? If he has the will, he's gonna kill everyone in this group, and I'm telling you now, because we've seen how he likes to have patience with Heihachi, and that's ridiculous, right? While keeping his discipline. So the way I see it, I do believe, Kodans can be the wild horse here, and I don't want to see Kokoma anywhere, but I think then it's going to be left between Arslan and Ulsan, and I think it's going to be a very difficult one. And historically, Arslan does perform against Ulsan, pretty well. He probably has some sort of, download on him or something. But historically, Ulsan have always threatened Atif, but Atif have taken his run back from him. But at the same time, the way I see it, I think Ulsan is definitely going to be a problem in this group for Arslan. I think Arslan can beat Kokoma and maybe Kudans as well, but Ulsan is going to be a tough one. So moving on, Lohai, Mangja, and Atif and Mulgold. I think for Atif's spot, I think only Mulgold can stop him. Alongside Lohai, I think Atif can beat Mangja pretty much easily, but Lohai is going to be a dark horse alongside Mulgold. So maybe Atif and Mulgold, or Atif or Lohai might move in the next phase. So That's how I see it. So I'm just gonna rephrase it again for those who just joined. So Group A, the way I see it, Edge and Chikurin are moving from that group. So in Group B, Pinia can be a dark horse, but Joning and Ni are moving from that group. So Group C, we have Kudans definitely moving on. My instincts and my inner freaking old and dead Mishima self says that Kudan is gonna kill it this time, and I think that it's gonna be between Arslan and Ulsan. But my best wishes are with Arslan. Arslan has history of beating Ulsan pretty much easily. So, and Kokoma can be really problematic at times. You know, he has his freaking Sage mode at times as well. So we gotta, you know, keep an eye on Kokoma on that. But Kudan's definitely, you know, Kudan's or Arslan or Kudan's or Ulsan. So Group D, Atif and Lohai or Atif and Mulkol. These guys are definitely moving on from this. And, you know, Atif definitely still, alhamdulillah, has some sort of, you know, alu on Lohai, you know. He has beaten him most of the time, you know. And, but it's going to be a very tricky situation. These games are really being played at the highest level. And Mul Gold is also in the same group. So there is craziness happening, ladies and gentlemen, today, and I am extremely excited what to be unraveled today, you know. It's a PS guy. यार initial frame 19 है ना यार